Hi, welcome back. I'm sorry I took off a week. I was really, really busy last week. This week we're working with steps 8 and 9. Now, step 8 talks about making a list of the persons we have harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. And the key word there is willingness. Um, when it comes to becoming willing, I had to get into myself and ask what was I willing to forgive, and what came through to me was it wasn't I was forgiving the action, because actions are nothing more than uh, a symptom of what's going on inside someone, and depending on what their actions are, you can get a really good idea of how unmanageable they may be in their own life by what we've done in our life, and we know how our unmanageability brought us to do certain things. So I had to ask, is it the action that I'm forgiving, or is it the person I'm forgiving? And the willingness was to be able to look at both of those. And what I discovered was it's the person that I'm forgiving. Um, we as human beings forget that other people are, human, and have a wonderful spirit inside them. And what we do is we get so wrapped up in our fears inside of us, and we get so wrapped up in our own emotions that we just hurt each other, and granted, honestly, in truth, no one can make you feel anything, but if you don't understand your emotions, then certain things can trigger certain feelings inside of you. And, with step 8, it's just a willingness to get to a point of saying, yeah, I want to clean up my side of the street. I'm tired of living in these unresolved emotions, and I'm tired of allowing them to dictate how I feel. And in forgiveness, it really starts to lessen that burden. It really starts a deeper road of freedom and peace within you. So, a suggestion to help you become willing in step 8 is write a letter. Don't send it, but write a letter to the person whom you are getting ready or preparing to forgive, and to make amends to. And, make sure, write your amends in this letter, and make sure that there's no yous or you made me's or buts or because. Keep it all in the I statement, and read it out loud to yourself. How would you accept, this letter if someone came to you and these are the words that they chose to use with you? Again, it's about cleaning up our side of the street. It's not about pointing fingers anymore. And this takes great courage to muster up, because some of the actions have really impressed us to the point to where we feel that a lot of them are unforgivable. And again, it's not about the action, it's about the person. And you don't know what state of mind they may have been in. They may feel that they're unloved, and the only way to respond to the world is by hurting people. You don't know how they were brought up, and what they're holding inside of them. You've been lucky enough to be able to do this work. Not everybody is. And this is where our willingness has to go a little bit deeper, to become willing to recognize that. Again, don't send the letter, but see how it reads. And the next step would be step 9, and that is actually finding a way to connect with this person and ask if you can sit down and make an amends with them. Not everybody's going to say yes. Not everybody's going to be so forthcoming about, hey, yeah, come, I'm ready. But you may find a lot of people are willing to sit down and listen. And if it doesn't go, or they don't accept it the way you would hope it would be accepted, because you know how earnestly that you're trying to do this, that's okay. That's okay. You're going to have to accept that and be all right with it. And don't start another resentment because of it, because then you're just the whole thing. And this is a road of freedom, of bondage of self. And freedom begins with that internal desire to forgive. So when you sit down and make that amends, again, make sure it stays in the I statement. It's all about cleaning up your side of the street. And pray before you go. You know, I've had some amends that I've made that went completely the opposite of what I was projecting because I prayed before I went. Because I truly wanted to unload my heart and wanted to release and get to a place inside of me that is love. Um, because I'm worth love today, and I can give love today. And that's what forgiveness helps us do. Forgiveness is being able to look back on my life without anger. And today, because of this work, I can actually be honestly say that I can look back on my life and there's no anger in my heart. And that's an amazing feeling because I've carried that around. I carried that anger around with me, and that blame and that shame and that guilt and all of that for so many years in my life. And today it's freedom. You know, my life is free, and it took me wanting to understand and become willing to forgive another. Now, in the forgiveness process, this also means you have to look at yourself. You have to come to a place within you that allows you to forgive you for carrying these hidden beliefs around about yourself, for allowing these emotional triggers to dictate your life, to putting your self-worth and your validation on, you know, others. You can't expect others to validate you. You have to come to a point in a place within you to validate you because it's all about your self-worth. And you got to know that you're worth this. You're worth all of this. And I'm not going to say it's easy. It takes great courage to do 8 and 9. It really does. But it begins a brotherhood of man. And you are part of this brotherhood. And a lot of times, the change we wish to see in the world has to begin within me. And like again, that's the hardest road to travel. I found the most rocky road for me to ever travel in all my journeys is the 12 inches between my head and my heart and connecting that road. And that's where I found so many pitfalls and hidden beliefs and fears and things that didn't even belong to me that I just picked up along the way and started believing about myself. And I found that they're not truths. And with forgiveness, you begin to learn these things. You begin to understand that, you know, not only can I forgive someone else, but I can truly forgive me. You know, I can truly forgive, you know, that little girl or that little boy inside of me that has been in fear and not understanding who they truly are and what they're truly worth. And today you can start learning how to look at that child within and say, I love you, and all is forgiven, and we're going to be okay. You know, and you're worth it. You're worth it. I love you so much, and I truly hope that you take this next step and embody this. Ask your angels and guides for assistance or whatever higher power it is that you connect with. Just connect in and through these next 2 steps because it takes great courage to muster up. And our ego mind will still want us to justify certain things. So pray. Talk to people who have gone through this and have gotten through it and who experience the peace and the freedom that comes with it and let your innermost spiritual self that you are also be your guide because it will help guide you into doing the next right thing and the intuitive knowing on what to do in all this. So enjoy your road. Don't be afraid. Keep sharing this video and please send me some comments or if you have anything you'd like to ask or talk about, please share. You know, I'm available. And all my prayers for everybody is that they can reach a point within them that is peace. Thanks again. See you next week. Bye-bye.